Hey, it's JT with Big Toy Box Reviews, and we're going to do a reply to the Cars and Coffee Challenge. Let's go ahead and get going here. This is the first car for the Cars and Coffee Challenge. This would be a supercar like you would see at the Cars and Coffee events, you know. This would be a Lamborghini Diablo. This is a Hot Wheels one. This is the Ultra Hot Wheels, so that might be a little bit fantasy-like for the Cars and Coffee thing, but this is what we got. We know there's going to be a lot of supercars at Cars and Coffee, and we know there's going to be a Lamborghini there if anybody's got the money in that town to have a Lamborghini, so that's what it's going to look like. Anyways, that's one of the Cars and Coffee Lamborghinis. The next car we got here, this is not a Hot Wheels, this is a Maisto, and this is a much more realistic looking car. This is one of the bright yellow Huracan, Lamborghini Huracan. And it has taillight details in the back and headlight details in the front. The wheels don't look too bad on this one, they actually look pretty cool. And this is definitely the type of car you would probably see at a more well-to-do area, Cars and Coffee. Let's see here what else we got. So if we have a Lamborghini, we've got to have a Ferrari. So the next one we're going to have here, this is a F355 Spider. This is a Hot Wheels casting as well. This is in a metallic silver. This is a really good looking car. This is a convertible, so you know, out for a Sunday drive, going to have your coffee early in the morning, have a little sports car drive. Nice Cars and Coffee car, definitely a cool Cars and Coffee car. Alright, so let's go ahead and go from Italy to Germany now, and we're going to start here with the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT. Yeah, this is a really cool, more modern supercar. You got your tail light details on this, you got your headlight details, and your grille detail, which actually look really good on this compared to the red one that we did before. The only thing I don't really care much for on this car is the red rings around the wheels. But, you know, that is probably a possibility to see something like that at a Cars and Coffee event. Let's see what else we got here. Sticking with the German theme, we're going to go ahead and look at this one here. This is a cool one. This is probably more of a Radwood type car than a Cars and Coffee type event, but you could take your Radwood car to Cars and Coffee. Anyways, this is got an Ultra Hot Wheels on it. This is a BMW 850i. And this is a different casting. I don't see this casting very often. Obviously, this is Hot Wheels. So, it's pretty cool looking. That would be a neat car. I would definitely drive that to Cars and Coffee. If I was going to a Cars and Coffee event, that would be fine with me to drive that car. Not too shabby there. And we've got BMW and Mercedes, so we've got to have a Porsche. There we go, look at that. That's cool. It's a 911 930. I'm not really sure the manufacturer of this car. I would say it could be like a Yatming type car. It has pretty cool special feature in that the doors open on it. We'll open them and show them there. There we go. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is kind of a neat looking car. I would definitely expect to see this type of car at Cars and Coffee because, you know, this is something that people have, you know, away in the garage. They take it out on the weekends to drive or whatever. And this is a really cool car, and it's a fun sports car to drive. Not only that, but it's like coffee brown, which is kind of cool, right? I mean, that's neat. And we have one more German car here. My favorite of all. There it is. That's right. This is really cool. This is the Porsche 934.5. I had to actually look this up online to see if this was a real car, and it was. It's part 934 RSR in the front, and part 935, which is the Moby Dick wide body car, in the back. So you get the wide body in the back and the narrower car in the front, which is a really cool car. And it might be a little bit extreme for a Cars and Coffee me because it's almost like a race car, but I would definitely roll in this to Cars and Coffee. Also, this car is really nicely detailed. It has headlight detail, it has a little Porsche logo in the front, it has the Porsche logo on the side. I like these blue chrome wheels, but I like them until that blue chrome comes off, but they look pretty cool on here. They're wire basket wheels, so they sort of look like BBS wheels. And this has a blue interior, which is also really a cool feature. Alright, let's go on to something a little bit more modern. Yeah, this is a 14 Corvette Stingray convertible, and this is it's a Hot Wheels car. This was a mystery model. It's got the wire wheels on it. This has the chrome wire wheels on it, or wire basket wheels, I guess they call them. No taillight detail, but you do get headlight detail, and ironically, that's really cool because this is a mystery model, which you usually don't get headlight detail on mystery models. This is the number 2 out of the set, so it was one of the chase pieces most likely. And I could just really picture this at Cars and Coffee. If I had enough money to own one of these, I would probably be at Cars and Coffee with this, because this is a commuter car that you could definitely go out and drive in, you know, a spirited manner and have fun with it on a Sunday morning after you had your coffee. It'd be a great car for the whole Cars and Coffee experience. I think it would work quite well. Alright, we are going to have another Corvette, because you know there's not going to be just one Cars and Coffee. This is an 09, I believe, ZR1. This is Hot Wheels. It has open hole 5s on it. It's got the taillight detail and the Corvette logo in the back. And it actually does have the headlight detail, although they're mostly worn off. They are silver. And the paint on this one is a pearlescent green, which is a really beautiful color. And actually this car looks really, really nice. This is just one of those regular sports cars that you're going to see at like a Cars and Coffee meet. Is it an exotic car? Not overly so. It's a Corvette, but it's a ZR1, so it's a very, very fast Corvette. And I think it could hold its own up against a lot of these exotic cars. Let's see here. This has a cool feature too, because you can see the engine in the ZR1 through the hood opening there. They got that little hole in the hood with the clear opening. Yeah, that's pretty neat. We have a 63 Corvette split window coupe, and this one is in a metallic green, and it has the black scallops on the side, and the stinger stripe is painted with a black stinger stripe on the hood. This is a really nicely detailed Hot Wheels car. This was an exclusive from a multi-pack. So I think I got this out of a 3-pack. They put these out for a couple years, so they weren't super hard to find, but it is a really nice car. It also has the cross flag logo on the side, and this is supposed to represent a 327 Fuelie. If you see in the front, it also says 327 on the hood. This is a really pretty car. I leave this one up on the shelf all the time, and this car, I could see one of these at Cars and Coffee if somebody has a 63 split window that they're driving in their town, because there are not too many of these out there no more. The next car, this next one is my favorite, and this is what I would be driving to Cars and Coffee if I went. This is a 75 Corvette Stingray. This is a Hot Wheels casting again. It has the 5 spokes on it. This would be my choice if I was going to Cars and Coffee. It's not really a supercar, and even if I had the money to have one of those supercars, I'd still pick this Shark over those. Yep, this is my favorite car, and I like this one quite a bit. And this is what I would be taking to Cars and Coffee. Now, this is 75, so it's only supposed to have 165 horsepower from what I've heard. I think it was more like 180, but I mean, arguing over, you know, that little bit doesn't really matter. Obviously, this is going to be the lowest powered car out of all the cars we have here. But it's also, like I said, my favorite, and it's the one I would pick. Tell me in the comment section below which car you would pick to take to Cars and Coffee if you were going to Cars and Coffee and you had to drive the actual car. Because, I mean, we got that 934.5, and while I would love to show up in that, and that looks really cool, I think that's a little bit of a race car for Cars and Coffee. But then again, this next one pretty much is a pretty hot car, too. And it probably wouldn't be at Cars and Coffee, but I would drive it. This is the Buick GSX. I believe they say this is a 70 Buick GSX, but I think it's more like a 71 or 2 because of the color. Because the 70s only come in yellow or white. And this is in a beautiful, beautiful blue color. You get your GSX logo on the quarter panels there. You got your stripes, you got your wing on the back there, you got your scoops. This thing is just really cool. I love the way this casting looks. I love the way it's a great Hot Wheels casting. It's got a very wicked looking stance to it with a giant wheel in the back and a little one in the front. So, I mean, it looks extremely exaggerated. But I could picture somebody driving something like that, like a Resto Mod version of this, to Cars and Coffee. Although I would definitely not change the motor in it. This should have a Stage 1 455, so it should be 360 horse and 510 foot-pounds of torque, if I'm correct on that one. If not, let me know. Anyways, yeah, I would definitely drive this. This would be my second choice after the Stingray, and yeah, it's a lot faster than the Stingray, but I still think the Stingray is more of a visceral experience driving it. Love to drive the Stingray. Probably be my favorite one out of the 75 Shark. And So tell me in the comment section below what you would pick for your favorite car at this Cars and Coffee. I hope everybody else does the challenge because it's a pretty cool challenge. It did take me a little while to come up with a couple ideas for these cars, which ones to pick and stuff like that. I didn't do any hot rods, and I know around here there'll probably be a lot of hot rods in Cars and Coffee, but I didn't do any of those because when I looked it up online, they said there's not usually a lot of hot rods there, which I think is kind of weird. But, you know, that'll leave it open for somebody else to put hot rods on there. So, everybody have a great day. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank everybody that subscribed and everybody that comments. I really appreciate all the comments. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you on the next one.